Okay, Fieldstone Farms in Franklin, Tennessee is a fantastic neighborhood. It's gonna come up in your MLS search a lot if you're looking in Franklin in a lot of different price points. There's a lot of really great things about this neighborhood. It covers a lot of different lifestyles. You've got a lot of different housing types in here, and it's in a really great location. It's really close to historic downtown Franklin, the factory in Franklin, Cool Springs, really convenient to everything. So it's really worth checking out if you're thinking about moving to Franklin and you're gonna be in this price point. So today we're gonna drive through, we're gonna take a look at the houses, we're gonna talk about the price points, the schools, we're gonna show you on the map where it is. So we're just gonna talk about everything, talk about the amenities. So you're gonna wanna stay tuned for this. If you're thinking about moving to and finding a really great master plan community in Franklin, you're gonna wanna check out Fieldstone Farms. If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Jennifer Gramling. I'm a real estate agent here in Nashville, Williamson County, and the surrounding area. I just put out these videos trying to get you more familiar with Nashville. If you're thinking about moving here or relocating, this is gonna be a great channel for you. So be sure to subscribe. And like I said, I am an agent. So if you have questions at all about moving here or relocating, feel free to reach out. You can call, text, email, however you want to get in touch. We can get all of your relocating questions answered. I love making these videos, but I also love helping you find that perfect place for you. So don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right in. We're going to talk about Fieldstone Farms. The first thing I want to do is jump over to the map and just give you a sense of where this is located, because this is going to be one of the really great things about this neighborhood. As I mentioned a little bit before, it's located just in a really prime location. So let's go ahead and jump over to the map and take a look at that. Okay, so if you take a look at this map right here, this road right here is gonna be Hillsborough Road. All of this right here is gonna be Fieldstone Farms. So right here on this south side is gonna be where that historic downtown Franklin is, which we can talk about in just a second, but just to orient you. And then over on this side is gonna be where Cool Springs is, your Costco and all of that. But right here, this is actually a really huge area is where this is located right here. So just to give you an idea, we'll zoom in a little bit more and let you see, but it's located right here along the Harpeth River, which is a great place to go canoeing and kayaking. It's a great place for kids to play and pets to play. So you will have access to the Harpeth River right here. And then you've got tons of parks in and throughout here. So you've got Black Horse Park right here. You've got Fieldstone Park right here. So Fieldstone Park is 37 acres. It's 4 softball fields. There's playgrounds, picnic pavilions, grills, lots of green grass and places to run around and just play. And then across the street, again, you've got this Black Horse Park. You're gonna have playgrounds scattered throughout. So right across the street though, right here, you're gonna have this Walgreens, which is gonna be really convenient. If I zoom in here, you're actually gonna have this entire shopping center right here. So this is actually a Publix. So you'll be walking distance to Publix, to Walgreens. You've got a vet in here. You've got a Great Clips, Marco's Pizza. You've got a Japanese restaurant. You've got a UPS store, and then you have a US Bank. So you're gonna have a lot of things in this shopping center right here. So if you're one of those people who likes to be really close to your grocery store, you can definitely walk to the grocery store, ride a bike, or do whatever you need to do. If you're living in this Fieldstone Farms, you've got that right here. And then you're also gonna have Hunters Bend Elementary School, just touching on the schools. Your Hunters Bend Elementary School is gonna be right here within the neighborhood. You've also got Walnut Grove right up here. So parts of the neighborhood will be zoned for Walnut Grove and part will also be zoned for that Hunters Bend. Everywhere is zoned for Grassland Middle School and for Franklin High. So those are the schools that you're going to be zoned for right here. And so right here again is where we were. Franklin High is going to be located right down here, just to kind of give you an idea of where that is. But again, just talking a little bit more about what all is located here. You've got the park at Harlandale Farms, which is an amazing place. There's always great events that go on here. There's tons of walking trails and open space. They have the Pilgrimage Music Fest here once a year, which is a really amazing event. And like I said, it's about 5 minutes to get into this historic downtown area of Franklin. If you're not familiar with that, you need to get familiar with that because it's so cute. So there's just so much charm to this historic downtown area. You've got tons of coffee shops, restaurant, you'll find places with live music, places to sit out and just enjoy, people watch and get out. You've got JJ's Wine Bar, Kimbrough's Pick and Parlor for live music. So a lot of really great things going on in this historic downtown Franklin area. Really love it down here. And then again, right over here is gonna be this entire Cool Springs area. So over here is where people ask me, where is the Costco? It's right here, Target, Trader Joe's, Chick-fil-A, Sam's Club, Walmart, and then you're gonna have a movie theater, and then you have an actual mall. And it's also like a tech center kind of an area where you've got a lot of office complexes and things like that. So a lot of people work over in that Cool Springs area. So it's really convenient to that as well. And then to get into downtown Nashville, as you can see, it's gonna take you about 30 minutes to get into downtown Nashville from this area. So if you're commuting into downtown Nashville, will be about 30 minutes. But there's a lot of really great things that are located right here by your neighborhood, a lot to take advantage of. The location could not possibly be any better if you're wanting to be in Franklin and convenient to all these different things. And just one last thing I forgot to mention is that you're also really close to the factory, which is going to be located right here on the other side of the park at Harlandale. So the factory is a really cool place. It's an old factory that they have turned into lots of shops and art galleries, bars and restaurants. It's really, really cool. This is also where your farmer's market's going to be. So you're right up the street from your farmer's market, which happens almost every weekend, almost throughout the entire year, unless the weather is just really bad, but it is most of the year, and it's a fantastic farmer's market. So you're right up the street from that. So that's also worth touching on. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the houses in here, and then we're also going to talk about the amenities. So we're going to drive you through here and let you see some of these houses and talk a little bit about the price points. So this neighborhood is going to be one of the larger neighborhoods in Franklin. Like we talked about, there's a lot of different sections to this and a lot of different types of housing. So you're going to have townhomes, you're going to have single family homes. There's even a gated section with larger homes on larger lots. So you've got a whole variety of different types of homes and sizes in here. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so as I said, a larger neighborhood. You've got about 2,000 properties in this neighborhood. And again, a lot of variety. So we're gonna start out driving through and just try to show you a little bit of the variety of this neighborhood and talk a little bit about the different home sizes, but just also want you to kind of see the lay of the land and really see what it looks like in here. So these are older homes. This neighborhood was primarily being built from the early 1990s to the early 2000s. And while Franklin is typically known as one of the more expensive suburbs to live in of Nashville, you can find some really great price points in here. And as I mentioned, there are going to be townhomes in here. So typically your townhomes in here, they're going to look a little bit like this. And those will be somewhere between a 2-bed, 2.5 bath to 3-bed, 2.5 bath, right around 1,500 square feet. And the price point on those as of lately have been somewhere right around $400,000, give or take. So if you're looking for something, if you're looking for a townhome in a great location for right around that $400,000 price point, these could be a really great option for you. Now, these are going to be a little bit older, like we talked about. So maybe built in the late 1990s or something. So they may need some remodeling. They may have already been remodeled. But the price point on it for Franklin, you just can't beat it, because then again, you're also within walking distance to a lot of really great things. And you've also got great amenities in this neighborhood, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit. But $400,000 to be in Franklin and walking distance to a lot of things is really, really great. Okay, and as far as average price point goes in here and average sizes, so the average home size in this neighborhood is going to be 4 beds, 2.5 baths. It's going to be on just about 1/5 of an acre. So it's still a nice size lot, but not generally oversized, although we did talk about that there are some areas where you're going to have larger homes on larger lots, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But on these 4-bed, 2.5 bath homes, 1/5 of an acre, you're looking at about $300 a square foot. Typical home size of those is going to be right around 2,300, 2,400 square feet. And the average home price on these is going to be just under $700,000. So that just gives you kind of an idea. You'll probably be somewhere between $600,000 to $700,000 in this neighborhood for one of these smaller homes. Of course, you can go above or below that, but this just kind of gives you an idea of price point. So this neighborhood is going to be well under the median home price in Franklin, which is over $1 million at this point. Okay, so just to give you an idea, I'm going to show you just a couple of examples of homes in here that sold, just so that you can see on the MLS in some different price points, just to give you an idea. Okay, so this is going to be a great example of one of those smaller homes. So it's going to be right around 1,400 square feet. It sold for $480,000. It's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and really, really cute. So this is a great example of one of these smaller homes at one of these price points. So about $480,000. You've still got a really nice size yard on this home. You've got a 1-car garage. Again, you have access to all of these amenities here in the neighborhood, but a really great example of one of these smaller homes in this neighborhood. Okay, here's another really great example. This home sold last fall. It's going to be just under 2,600 square feet, sold for $675,000. 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath, really, really cute. And you can just kind of scroll through and see this house is nicely updated. Again, you'll find some homes that need some updating, but you can find others that have been updated. Again, it's got a really nice backyard, so this is just a really great home in that $675,000 price point, which people don't think that you can find in Franklin anymore, but you actually can. So this is just a great example of that. Okay, so here's another example. This one's going to be a little bit bigger, 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, about 3,700 square feet. This house is under contract right now. It was listed for $984,000, so we don't know what it's going to sell for. But again, this will give you a good idea. This is going to be on 1/3 of an acre, and you can just kind of scroll through and see, what this listing looks like. Just under $1 million at $984,000. Really beautiful sand and finish hardwood floors, really big bedrooms, a lot of space in this house, and a really beautiful backyard as well, backing up to some trees, really nice porch out there. So this is a great house. Wait to see what it closes for, but another really good example of a higher price point in here. So you're probably starting to see that there's a lot of different home sizes in here, a lot of different options, and we have one more to show you. I'm gonna show you an example of one that sold just last year, right around 1.5 million. This home is 4 beds, 4.5 baths on over a half an acre, and it's gonna be over 5,000 square feet. But you can see it's just a beautiful home. So this is just another example of a home that you can get in here. So it's not all smaller homes. And again, it's just a really great mix of larger and smaller homes, kind of just fitting whatever lifestyle that you want, and lots of different sections. So this is in that gated section of the community, which you can see in some of these aerial photos as well. So you've got larger spaces like this as well, if this is kind of what you're looking for and also looking to be in this price point. And more importantly, in this location, which is really, really great. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the amenities in here because they are great also. So not only do you have access to a lot of really great things around you, but within your neighborhood, you have a lot of great amenities. So you're actually gonna have 2 pools in here. You're gonna have a clubhouse, you're gonna have a fitness center, you have tennis courts, and you have pickleball courts. So many people are excited about pickleball these days, so it's great that you have pickleball courts in here right now. There are lots of people who play, so if you're into pickleball and want to get out and play pickleball, tennis, any of that stuff, it's available to you in your own neighborhood here, so you don't have to go far for that at all. But if you're into an active lifestyle, if you have kids or you're older, doesn't matter, there's lots of stuff to do for you here. And then there's just also going to be a lot of get-togethers in the neighborhood. So you're going to have a lot of community activity here. As I said, it's a larger neighborhood. You've got a lot of people of a lot of different age groups in here, so a lot of opportunities to get out, meet other people, socialize, and just get to know people in your community. HOA dues for these, for the single family homes at least, are gonna be right around $70 a month, so really inexpensive HOA dues. Obviously gonna be more if you're in one of the townhomes or condos, things like that. HOA dues are gonna be a little bit higher, but for those single family homes, you're looking at about $70 a month, which is pretty great compared to a lot of other neighborhoods out there, especially with everything that this includes. Okay, so that's your Fieldstone Farms overview. As you can see, it's a really great neighborhood. Like I said, it encompasses a lot of different types of homes, different types of lifestyles, really great location, lots of different price points. So it really probably will start coming up on your MLS search if you're in a lot of different price points. So it's worth seeing, taking a look at, and just understanding that neighborhood. So again, if you have questions at all about moving here or relocating, don't hesitate to reach out. We would love to help you. Call, text, email, however you want to get in touch. We can get all of your relocating questions answered. We've got a lot of great more videos coming out, more city tours, neighborhood tours. Gonna try to cover all of Nashville if we can, so be sure to subscribe. Please like this if it was helpful to you. Let us know in the comments if there's any videos that you want to see, neighborhoods you want us to cover. We'd be glad to get out there and get those. Just leave that in the comments. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on the next video.